Hello, it's Meal Prep Monday again. So this week I'm gonna let you know what I'm cooking. I'm gonna go ahead and chop up all of these mushrooms. And then I got this from Costco. This is a ground beef packet. They usually come in 4, so this is pretty handy. So we're gonna make that. And then I'm gonna chop up some sweet Italian chicken sausage, which I also got from Costco. So all of these 3 items I got from Costco, which is a pretty good deal. That's actually where I go a lot sometimes too to get my meal prep stuff. And then I have some chopped up kale. So this kale's from my garden and I need to put it to use. So I'm gonna go ahead and just throw that in there. So I'm gonna chop this up and then I'll let you know how I start putting it together, so stay tuned. So I have my cast iron pan all sprayed with this coconut oil spray, so I went ahead and sprayed that. And I'm chopping some mushrooms, so I'm gonna go ahead and toss that in with the cast iron pan. So I got the mushrooms cooking and then I added some pink Himalayan salt on top with some onion powder because I'm not putting any sliced onions in there. And I don't feel like chopping, so I just get these. They're crushed garlic, and I think I got this from Trader Joe's. And that's it. So I'm just gonna, toss these mushrooms around and then let them cook down a little bit before I add the meat. So next up, I'm gonna get my rice ready. And this is a little quick tip that I do. I make a whole thing of chicken, and I basically make it in my Instapot, and I use all the broth from a whole small chicken. And then when you do that, sometimes you'll get this on top of your broth. This is called tau, which you can actually use for like oil. So I'm gonna fry my rice. So you'll see how it's kind of, there's the fat that raises to the top. So you can use that fat to cook with your food, and it's really healthy. I use an organic chicken, so I know that this is good fat. So I'm gonna go ahead and brown my rice using this fat that's on the top. By the way, this is the rice I use. I get this also from Costco. This bag will last you forever. And then over here I have the rice cooking. So see how there's some oil that I got from my chicken stock. So see that fat. And I'm gonna brown this just a little bit more. I always brown my rice for whatever reason. It's just, I don't know, something that I guess I was brought up with, and I don't know what you would do if you don't do that. So anyway, once that's all brown, then I'll add this in place of water, and this is just basically chicken stock. So I'm finished doing this. So now I have the chicken here that I'm cutting up, and I'm gonna go ahead and add that with the cooked mushrooms. I'm also gonna add this ground turkey in with the mushrooms and the sausage. So here's the ground turkey and then some of the chopped up sausage with the mushroom. And then this is what I'm using to season. So this is Dash, this garlic and herb, it's salt free. So that means you have to add your own salt. So I add the pink Himalayan salt and then some onion powder and a little bit of smoked paprika just to give it a little kick. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish cooking all this up. I got my rice that's browned over here. So now I'm gonna go ahead and dump this whole container in here of okay, so I got my rice cooking and I used the chicken broth, but it looks like I need just a little bit more, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add some water. That should be enough water for the rice. And how I seasoned it is, I always kind of like to season my rice different all the time just so I don't get bored of it. So this is some sea salt that I use from Trader Joe's. And then I like to put some turmeric powder because turmeric is very healthy for you. It's great for inflammation, great for your joints, just all around superfood spice that's great for your body. And then in order for the active ingredients in turmeric to work in your body to absorb all the wonderful nutrients, you need to have black pepper. So I'm gonna go ahead and just sprinkle some black pepper, and then I'm gonna mix this around. And then what I usually do is I let the rice absorb, so I don't cover it. I leave it uncovered until I see that the rice has mostly absorbed all of the water, and then I'll cover it and let it simmer for a little bit longer. But for right now, I have it on a high boil, and I'll just let it hang out there. Meanwhile, I have my meat mixture cooking up over here, and so this is almost done, almost ready to go, and then I'll add the kale in. So my rice is all boiled just like that, absorbing everything, all the water. Putting this on, I'm gonna lower the heat and just let it cook a little bit more, probably for about 10 minutes, and then the rice should be totally done. And then this is still cooking over here, still letting everything cook down. I'm making this really huge because this has to feed me and my husband for the week. So I wasn't sure I would have enough, or all those packets of sausages would be enough. So that's why I added the ground turkey in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start chopping up the kale. Right, here's all my kale chopped up, so I'm gonna add it to the meat mixture. So once again, I'm gonna go ahead and add some more Mrs. Dash, a little bit more salt, a little bit more onion powder, and a little bit more paprika, because I like to layer it as I go, so I can make sure that each thing that I'm adding to this is gonna have the same kind of flavor. It's gonna capture all the spices and everything. I'm just adding this, and then I'll finish adding the rest. Okay, so kale's cooking down, and the next thing up that I have to cook is my cauliflower rice, because the rice over there is for my husband, and this is for us to share. And then I like to eat a little bit lower carb than him, so I'm gonna go ahead and make myself some cauliflower rice. So here's the cauliflower rice that I use. I get this from Trader Joe's. It's actually really good. I've tried a lot of other brands, and this is probably the best. So I will actually stock up on a lot of these because I just find that this is the easiest one to cook with. Sometimes they can get a little soggy, and I don't know. And I don't feel like chopping up my own cauliflower rice, which I used to do before people started selling these. I would make my own, but I'll settle on this bag because it's just easier. So that's still cooking. So meanwhile, while that's cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and finish cooking this cauliflower rice. I'll probably season it the same, just because I like to carry all my flavors throughout the dish. So the same thing, Mrs. Dash, some salt, a little bit of paprika, and then just brown it up in this cast iron. So cauliflower rice is almost done. Like I said, I added my seasonings in it, but I like to get mine really crispy. So I'm gonna let it cook just a little longer, but it looks just like rice. And the Trader Joe's brand that I just showed you totally makes it cook up just like rice. I've tried other cauliflower rice and it just gets all soggy and gross, and you have to cook it forever. Okay, hold on. This is my little partner in crime. Say hi. So I'm gonna let this cook and brown up a little bit more, and then it looks like everything is all done. So I'll show you the meat and the sausage mixture. And then over here is the rice. The rice is all done. So basically everything's just done and ready to assemble. So let's start doing that. So now I'm gonna start measuring out my meat. I don't do this for my husband, but I do measure out for me. So I have my container on here, and I'm gonna go ahead and tar my food scale so it goes to 0. And I want about, let's see, maybe 4 to 5 ounces. So, well, that's 4. So let's just go ahead and do 5 ounces for this week. Why not? So 4.9, so I'm gonna need to add just a little bit more to make it to 5 ounces, but that's a pretty good little serving. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish filling up the rest of these all to my serving portions, and then I'll show you what everything else looks like together. So I now have my rice here, so I'm gonna go ahead and tar this in. This is the cauliflower rice. It's a 1/2 cup portion, and get that in there, make sure it's on this side. So I'm gonna finish filling the rest up and then show you what that looks like. Okay, so here's the rice that's in with the meat. Now I'm gonna start on my husband's side. So I just did 1/2 cup of serving of rice too in my husband's, and then now I'll do the meat portion and then let you see what that looks like. So here are my meals, and here is the husband's meals. See, they're way more heartier, way bigger portions. I don't even know how much ounces of meat he has, but it's pretty filling for him, which he definitely needs more food than I do. Lucky him. And so this is pretty much my meal. So I'm gonna be planning on doing these meal prep Mondays, which I have been, but I wanna keep it on a regular basis. So if you want to get notifications on recipes that are all healthy and some meal tip ideas, go ahead and follow me on my blog, which is www.littlewellnesscorner.com. And feel free to subscribe, like, and share if you like this video, and if you find it helpful. You can also save it. And then on my blog, I have some more recipes, like some Instapot recipes and some snack ideas and so on. So it's a new blog, and I'm really excited about it. So I do hope that it gains more traction as time goes on, and that you guys find it helpful. But for now, I will be posting some meal prep videos every week. So stay tuned. See you next week. Bye.